Alright, what's going on, guys? How you doing? Anyways, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different here, man, in live stream format. I was thinking about making this a video, but honestly, man, I couldn't be asked. I'm not going to put any extra effort for some bullshit that doesn't really ultimately matter. But I just decided I wanted to do this, man, because genuinely, I don't think I've ever done a dedicated stream to this bullshit ever. Because, I mean, we all kind of know, at least in this stream, man, or people who follow me, man, you guys know, I mean, these devs are just completely idiotic and stupid, man. But let me just get us up here, man, and we'll get into this. I'm going to make this very short, maybe like 10 to 20 minutes. I just want to cover this shit, man. Because it's genuine, man, it's kind of astounding to me. Like, bro, literally every single day, I get fucking videos of people can play about fucking DVD in my feed. Like, dude, guys, let me let you in a little secret here. Devs don't care. I know it's a fucking newsflash. I know, crazy, but I just gotta be the first one to say this, man. Or, well, not the first one, but I gotta just put my phone down here and say shit. But I'm not, like, genuinely speaking, guys. Okay, people keep expecting this game to change, right? Guys, the devs are listening. They're going to make things better. It's like, bro, no, they won't. No. Let me just, like, fill you guys in a little bit on this, right? Okay, so let's just run this down real quick, just for at least the past 2 years now, ever since. Even like if we look at their laziness, like let's just look at it. Their game modes, for example, right? The 2v8, the chaos shuffle, all this other garbage. Legit, man, bare minimum lazy bullshit, right? They put in game modes for this game. They barely do anything to change it up, right? And fucking just keep copy and pasting every time. Like 2v8, for example, bro. Let's take a look at this shit, for example. Okay? Let's take a look at 2v8. I haven't even looked at it yet. I'm gonna hop in right now. I'm gonna guarantee you right now they didn't add any new classes. Shocking. The same 4 lazy classes, right? See, this like 2v8's been in this game now for like how long now, guys? Like 2 years almost, and they still have the same 4 fucking class setups. They haven't changed fucking anything, right? I guarantee this 2v8 mode. Maybe they added an extra map, maybe an extra kill or 2, and that's all they fucking did. Let's take a look. What did they add this time? They added Dracula and fucking Pyramid, I think. Amazing. See, that's all they genuinely do, man. They don't really care to expand the mode and make it more interesting. They're just like, okay, let's add an extra killer and that's about it. Maybe an extra map and then we're good. That's all they fucking do, man. It's so fucking lazy, you know? And to put it bluntly, man, right? Like, the devs don't care and people keep thinking they do, man. It's like, my guys, like, let me just show you guys this real quick. And this is kind of where I got the idea to make this short little stream. Like, just take a look at this fucking YouTube feed, man. All right, I keep getting recommended this shit. But I just typed this on YouTube, man. People complain about the new PTB and everything, right? And the state of the game of power density and shit. It's like, my guys, I hate to break it to you guys. Like, guys, everyone's just complaining, PTB's pathetic. Nobody, like, blah, blah, blah. Fucking, it's terrible. I'm disappointed. My guys, I hate to break it to you, but like I said, the devs do not give a shit. All right? And why do they not give a shit? I'll let you guys in a little secret. This game has no fucking competition. I mean, we all know this, right? This game has no competition, right? And what does this mean? And a monopoly, meaning the company that monopolizes a specific segment, that means they can do whatever the fuck they want, and they don't have to worry about anything because they're the only ones that make that product. In this case, right? This is the fucking asymmetric war title. And so, pretty much, because they're the most popular fucking game, every other game that's tried to compete hasn't even come close, they can do whatever the fuck they want and get away with it because, well, nobody can compete. And this is why competition is important, man. Like, if you learn this in business, right? If there's no competition, well, that fucking company is extremely fucking lazy, extremely fucking... Just, they do the bare minimum to fucking get by, pretty much, in a nutshell. You know what I mean? And this game is a perfect example of that, right? Because, you know, even with the biggest content creators for this game, man, right? They fucking always be complaining about the game, like, suggesting new features for the game and how to make it better, blah, 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 right? But the devs ever listen? No. They don't. They don't. They absolutely fucking don't. You know, and it's funny because people, like, they keep making these videos thinking that they're going to change the devs' minds. Like, guys, they don't give a shit. They just follow their own fucking rhetoric and their own fucking their own fucking rules. They don't care. Like, they have like 10 hours in the game. They think they know what they're doing, right? They keep trying to push these stupid ass systems. They think they're gonna make the game better. You know, that's it. Like, even when the whole community is saying, your behavior, your changes are stupid. Nobody wants anti-tunnel. Nobody wants anti-camp. Nobody wants power density. They don't give a fuck, dude. They don't make a statement saying, you know, guys, we listen. We realize that the power density is stupid as fuck, and we're gonna revert it. They didn't do that. They're just pretty much radio silent. They're like the thumbnail pretty much I made. The fingers are in their ears, and they're like, la, 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 I don't hear anything. Or they're just completely ignoring. But no, dude, I'm not playing the game. I'm not. I'm just simply making this fucking stream just to talk about this a little bit. Because honestly, man, it's just kind of, it's just silly at this point. You know? Like, people have got to realize already, man, that the devs do not give a fuck. You know? And the saddest thing is people still keep buying skins for this game. Keep giving these stupid-ass devs money, right? And for what? Bare minimum lazy slop. That's it. You know? Like, everything the devs do now in this game, man. And, you know, you can say, oh, they've always been like that. But genuinely, dude, I think, you know, in the early years of this game, man, the devs did actually care. You know what I mean? They actually had some sort of fucking brain and actually listen to players and fucking what was best for game. Nowadays, dude, they don't give a fuck. Trust me, they genuinely do not. And that's generally what happens when a monopoly is created, which is this game. But yeah, like I said, I mean, you look at this shit, man. Like, people be complaining every fucking video you see, man. The PTB, pretty much, people are complaining. Or you look at the power density, for example. Let's take a look here. Just nothing but fucking everybody complaining about it. There's, like, nobody's agreeing with it. Fucking, oh, it's a good thing. Like, nobody thinks it's a good change whatsoever. Did they revert it? Of course not. Why would they change? They don't give a fuck, dude. And see, my prediction, man, is they keep pushing it for this, and people keep saying, well, it's just the public test build, right? They're just testing things out. Guys, you gotta open your eyes up and realize, even if these changes don't come in this next update, I'm gonna tell you, the fact that they've already been pushing for this shit 3 times now, right? The first time was a couple years ago with the fucking anti-slugging bullshit, right? And then they pushed for it a couple months ago again. And now here we are again with some new systems. Like, they keep pushing it, man. And I'm telling you right now, they're going to put it into the game. It's just a matter of time. You know what I mean? Because the devs have fully fucking are double downing on this. They don't give a fuck what people got to say. They're going to put shit in the game regardless of what people say. You know? And it's going to happen. I'm telling you right now. Even if it doesn't happen this time, it's going to happen the next time or whatever. They're going to just keep pushing this because they've invested so much time into this shit, you can tell. Or, well, they say they have. They put so much time into this, quote unquote, and fucking resources. They're not going to drop it. No matter how many people tell them, yo, you're stupid as fuck. We don't want this shit. You know what I mean? And it's just, dude, I'm telling you, like, this game is going down the trash. It is. It's absolutely down the trash can. I've been saying it's like when I was playing the game, you know, a couple weeks ago. Dude, I would literally say this game is in the worst state it's ever been in since fucking 2017. No joke. It's never been in a worse fucking spot. Ever. Genuinely. You know? Because the devs think they know best. They go off of, oh, our statistics tell us this, and our statistics tell us this. Instead of listening to people with thousands of hours in the game, have a shit ton of experience in the game, they play both sides and know the bullshit of both sides. No, they just listen, okay, our stats tell us this. Even though these stats are primarily made up of baby players that just start playing the game, right? You know, and that's all they care about. They just care about, like, oh, how many people can we please when they first start playing the game? When in reality, man, let me let you in on a secret. Not nobody, well, it's not really a secret, but let me just tell you, this game sucks for new players. I mean, there's like 40 plus killers. You have to spend like $300 for new killers to get perks. You know, it's not new player friendly either. So they're catering to new players, quote unquote, but their whole game is anti-new player too. So it's like, who are you catering to exactly, right? You're not catering to higher level players who play the game a lot. You're not catering to new players because you'll have to spend like $200 or $300 just to get a fucking start on perks and shit. So it's like, what are you doing? Who are you fucking catering to exactly, you know? Like, genuinely. They're literally not catering to anyone. You know? That's why everybody's complaining. Like, the only genuine people, like, the only people, dude, that are genuinely getting catered to now is just genuinely the Survivor side players that don't play a killer whatsoever. Like, to double down on this, the only people who are actually benefiting from this are people who play in 4-mans all the time. Because even solo queue players are not benefiting from these changes at all, like the Paladins, the Anti-Tunnel. Because guess what? All that's happening now is because of all these fucking changes to fuck killer, now everybody's just playing S-tier killers every game. And what does that mean? Well, that means if you're playing in solo queue, you're going to get fucking reamed up the ass. You're never going to get a fucking win because you're playing against S-tier killers every match. And in solo queue, you ain't winning against that. You just ain't. So really, the only people who are actually winning are the 4-man Swifts who have always been busted since day one. You know what I mean? Like, killers are getting fucked. Solo queue players are getting fucked. And the only people who are winning are fucking Swifts. Or people who just play Nurse Blay every single game. That's it. So you pretty much alienated like fucking 80% of your player base, probably even more, to cater to a very small, select fucking percentage of players. That's exactly what they're doing. And they don't realize this because they're so fucking stupid. And or they don't care. Either one. Or it could be both, you know? Probably I'm willing to wager it's both. They're retarded as hell, and they don't give a fuck whatsoever. It's fairly evident with everything to do with the game, man. Like, even like I said, even their like developer streams do, like the Walking Dead nonsense. Let's not even get over that. You know, that show is fucking hilarious when I watch it. It's so fucking stupid how incompetent they are. You know, like, it's just crazy. You know, people keep talking about it. Like, you think, dude, how many content creators made videos on this shit, on the power density, they would have reverted? Nope. Because they don't care. Like, that's it, man. Like, power density, like, that, I genuinely think, we're not even talking about the fucking anti-tunnel, anti-slugging, dude. This power density update has legitimately fucked the game. It's in its worst ever. I almost pretty much. Like, dude, nowadays, like, everywhere you go now, pallets everywhere. Like, all these maps that got added to the power density fucking list now, dude, they're borderline, unplayable, pretty much. Borderline, genuinely. Like, if you're not playing, like, an S-tier killer now, you're going to get fucking reamed up the ass for pre-drops that word. And that's not even to fucking talk about, and this is not even talking about the 4 stacks that we're talking about that get catered to, like, 24/7 now, right? Like, imagine, and you don't even have to imagine, because if you watched my streams a couple weeks ago, I mean, that's exactly what happened. Imagine playing on a map, like a weaker killer. You're playing on a map with the pallet density, with like 30, 40 pallets on you, no joke. And then on top of all that, they have unbreakables up the ass, decisives, dead arts, syringes, styptics, all the crutches imaginable to give them infinite second chances, right? And so it's like, you totally get fucked by DS, you slug, you get fucked by unbreakables. You camp, you get fucked by base camp bullshit, obviously, and then recuction and all this other bullshit. And then, if you play for hooks, well, you just lose by default, because you're not getting 12 hooks on a map with 30 pallets with a weaker killer. You're just not doing it. And so pretty much now, it's like, no matter how you played, you're pretty much fucked by default. Unless you're playing an S-tier killer, or you play against really bad players. Yeah, that's it. Like, now, man, like pretty much, man, you play against a format stuff. I know this has been said a while now, but genuinely now it's true. If you play against a format stuff, now, man, you have a very, very low chance of winning now in this game state. Genuinely. Because, again, they have every tool at their disposal now, you know? Because, you know, before the pallet density, you know, I mean, you know, most maps are fairly okay-ish. Like, you can still do something on it because, you know, there's dead zones and you can kind of strategize, okay, let me try forcing this section here where there's nothing to work with, right? Now they can run wherever the fuck they want. They can just turn their brain off, use Windows and Ubertunity, and just run in a straight line and fucking, you know, everywhere you go, there's a pal. So you don't really even have to use your brain or think about things anymore. Just, oh, I got six pallets in this corner, no big deal. And then I can go to main building, and then I can, you know, connect that to shack, and then I can connect that shack to a jungle gym. You know what I mean? Like, it's stupidity. Now, and I'm telling you, man, the worst part is people who, like killer players specifically, who keep playing the game, right? Knowing all this shit, they keep playing the fucking games. They're so fucking addicted to it. They keep spending money on it, buying these stupid-ass skins, even though they're unhappy with the state of the game. It's crazy. Like, yeah, I'll be the first one to say, yeah, I've bought skins for this game. But I'm genuinely telling you, I have not bought a fucking skin for this game since, like, last February. Like, with my own money. And that's because, man, I'm not supporting this fucking game anymore. I'm not spending a single fucking dime on it. And you shouldn't either. Because I'm telling you, I mean, will it make a difference? Probably not. Because genuinely, most of this game's revenue is fucking skin sales. We all know that. It's not a big surprise there, right? But again, you know, it's like I said, this whole laziness, man, it's fucking in every aspect of this game. Everywhere you go, right? And the 2v8's a perfect example of this, right? I've been saying this for such a long time now. I made so many videos on 2v8 now. Like, 2v8 it could have been such an amazing thing, but they made it so fucking low effort. They barely did anything to it, man, whatsoever. Like, it's been practically 2 years now, man, and they still have the 4 same classes over and over. They could not be asked to make another class. You know what I mean? Like, how hard is it to make, like, even just one extra class per 2v8? But they're like, no, too much effort for us. Like, genuine. You know what I mean? That's why 2v8 is so boring, because playing Survivor in 2v8 is so unbelievably boring, because all you're doing is using the same boring classes. There's no variety. You know what I mean? There's no fucking variety. You just run these same boring-ass classes, you know? And there's no variety either with Killer, because, I mean, Killer, you have a little bit more variety, right? Yeah, a little bit, because you could play different killers, but it's like, that doesn't matter either, because they still haven't figured out the queue setup. The queues are still trash, because the devs are stupid as hell. You know? It's just crazy. You know, and yeah, you can say, well, you can't make the, I mean, you can say whatever you want. You can say the killer queues are always going to be shit, but there is remedies, you know, and the first step would have been to make Survivor more fun to play. Like, why do you think that every 2v8, there's always a fucking big blood point incentive to play? Because no one wants to play. It's not fun. The killer side for 2v8 is more fun, because look at this, 2 years into this shit, and they still have not added another class yet. They're still using the same 4 classes that they have not touched since the fucking inception of 2v8. It's comedy. You know? I keep saying it. All they do with these 2v8 and fucking, these 2v8 every time they pull it out into the game again. Just, we're going to add one extra map, and, we'll add maybe an extra killer or 2. That's all they do. You have no creativity, no real, like, passion. They're just like, bare minimum, we're good. It's all good, man. And then what they do is they add 2v8, and they're like, hey, guys. Hey, 2v8 sell, guys. You want to buy some new skins? Come on. Look at our new Dracula skin. You want to buy, bro? Or wait. Or do you want to buy a new Pyramid skin for the new 2v8? Come on, bro. Just buy it. Come on. It's good. Look how nice they look. Look. Come on, guys. Buy our skins. You know? Come on. You want to buy our new fucking Trevor? Okay, bro. Come on, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, it's just what it is. Like, 2v8 now, man, genuinely, is just another way to sell their skins. Because every time 2v8 gets added to the fucking game again, they usually release it with some new skins. Every time. You know? That's what it is. I'm telling you, man, like, it runs deep in the game. Even their perk design now is so fucking boring. Like, even for a killer, dude. I can't remember the last time there was a good killer perk that was actually fun and actually viable. Like, I'll show you a good example of this, okay? Like, this fucking, that Spring Trap perk or whatever. Let's see if I can find it real quick. That fucking door perk. If I can find it here. I don't remember what it was called. This one here. Like, this perk could have actually had the potential of being decent. You know? But what do? Instead of, you know, actually letting us have a good, interesting perk that could actually be really interesting for endgame builds, right? They're like, you know what? We're going to make it useless by adding the 80% progress requirement. Pretty much borderline making it useless. You know? Because at that point, it's like, it doesn't do fuck all unless they 99 the gates, which if they know you have this perk, they'll just open it. You know? And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many examples of that. They make, like, perks nowadays, like, that seemingly could be good, but they always add some stupid-ass drawback to it that fucking makes it useless. You know? I mean, that same goes for gen perks, too. They've been slowly but fucking surely gutting every gen perk. So, like, even if you play for hooks, you go, oh, I'll just defend my gens, have gen perks, play for hooks, I'll be good. They're not good enough to fucking compete with fucking Omega gen rushers who are fucking rushing gens like crazy in a 4-stack. Unless you're playing Blight. And even then, man, I mean, playing for hooks against a 4-stack that swung their ass off. Even Blight or 4 gen perks sometimes is enough. No joke. You know? But that's really what it is. You know? And that to fucking extend upon that, you know, these devs are so stupid, man. They keep like, oh, we gotta add anti-tunnel, anti-camp, anti-slug, instead of going to the root of the problem and asking themselves, huh, why does this even happen in the first place? Why are killer players not playing for hooks? And I'll answer that right now. It's very simple. Number one, there's no reason to. There's no incentive. Okay? Why would you play for hooks and end up getting 8 hooks and 0 kills in the end when you could just fucking focus someone out immediately and get one less player doing generators throughout the trial? Right? That's the whole fucking point. You know? Number two, there's no incentive to play for hooks. Why would we play for hooks? Well, like, there's genuinely no point. Like, I've been saying this for such a long time, man. What happens if you play for hooks? A lot of the times, you're going to play for hooks, and they'll finish all the gens. You'll have like 8 hooks by the time 5 gens are done. 0 kills. Okay? And then, right, they open the doors. Maybe you'll get 1 kill, 9 hooks, and then these bombs will be like, GG easy, bro. When you're playing for fucking hooks all game. Fucking, you know, and that's what it is. You technically lose because you're playing for hooks. You got 9 hooks, which will translate to a 3K if you're tunneling, but ends up only getting you 1 kill because you're playing for hooks. There's no point. Well, wait, sorry, guys. The 750 blood point incentive, that's what you gotta hope for, man. That's really gonna help. Or wait, or the 15-second bloodlust. That's gonna really help too. And that's it.
You serious?
Yep. Another like thing is too, man, is the biggest problem I've had with this game, and it's always been a problem. But genuinely speaking, right? I've been saying this for years now. The way survivor perks are designed versus killer perks, insane. Right? Survivor perks have always been designed in a way to where at least the strongest ones in the game, like Unbreakable, DS, Off the Record, all these perks, man, are pretty much designed to the point where if you play like shit, you get rewarded for it. You know? And people always mask under the guise of, well, it's anti-tunnel, it's anti-camp, and blah, blah, blah. No, it's not anti-tunnel, anti-camp. It's anti-skill. It pretty much just means you suck ass, and you need to get care of my perks to fucking get a victim. That's it. Like, yeah, you can say on the rare occasion you get told by nurse, you can say, okay, yeah, maybe. But 9 times out of 10, you're playing against a weaker killer. And if you're getting tunneled by a fucking sprint crap or crap or something, you're dying at fucking 3 gens with anti-tunnel perks. That's a you problem, my guy. I'm sorry to say that. That's a you problem. You know? Especially with the power density now, dude. If you're getting killed by a weaker killer by getting tunneled with all these anti-tunnel perks and you're still dying early, you're shit. It's just a skill issue. It's the biggest skill issue ever. Like, for real. You know what I mean? That's why I've always been complaining for years now about crutches. Meanwhile, people will say, well, bro, well, I mean, you always use gen perks, bro. So, like, what are you complaining about? But it's like, people always forget the difference, man. If you play for, like, shit, right? If you play like shit and you're using gen perks, they don't do shit. You know? Like, if you're playing and you're playing shitty, like, if you don't get a hook in the first 3 minutes of the game with your 4 gen perks, what's that going to do? Nothing. You get fucked. You lose. Right? That's the difference. If you don't perform as killer and you're running gen perks like Pogos, Weasel, Peripherals, you know, what else? All these gen kicking perks, right? They pretty much all require you to get a hook. Like that man switch, right? Pogos, Weasel, Peripherals. Those are the 3 great examples. If you don't get hooks, those perks are useless. Even like perks like No Way Out. If you don't get hooks, the perk is useless. You know? And so if you get looped in the beginning of the game, which nowadays is very possible because of all the pallets, with your 4 gen perk setup, if you get looped for 3 minutes and you don't get to use your gen perks that are quote unquote crutches, you lose. Because you actually need to perform to get value out of the perks. Whereas for Survivor, and a lot of crutch Survivor perks are designed this way, there's no prerequisites, right? There's no like you have to play well to earn the perk, you know, like doing something, like maybe going for a save or you know, doing something of value. It's just, oh, you got off the hook, okay, you have DS. You went on the ground, okay, you have Unbreakable. You're getting chased, you got off the hook, okay, you got off the record for free, okay, cool. Or, oh, you have Dead Hard, okay, you got off the hook, just press E. You know what I mean? Like, all these things. It just rewards a shit play. That's it. That's how it's always been. I just wish, man, that both sides had the same fucking design philosophy. It's just like, okay, you want to run good perks for Survivor? Okay, you have to earn them. Say, like, I've said this for a long time now. Say for Decisive, right? If you want to get Decisive, you have to get maybe cumulatively like a minute or 2 of chase time to earn it. And then it activates. So then it actually rewards you for playing well. And you actually, if you loop the killer for like a minute or 2, okay, you know what? You deserve this. You can have it. Whereas if you go down in 10 seconds like a shit stain and you get on the hook, like, okay, I get off hook. Now I'm invincible for 2 minutes. It's like that. It just rewards you for being shit. That's it. I just wish every perk had that like thing. You know, even for killer. I mean, there's some killer perks technically you say, well, bro, well, there's some killer perks that fucking you could just get for free, like NOED. But you know what the difference is? Guess what? NOED, 9 times out of 10, is useless because, number one, sometimes you won't even get a fucking hit before it gets destroyed, right? And even when you finally do get a hit with it, let's say that it doesn't automatically get destroyed before you even get it down, which is possible, right? And the other chance is, yeah, you could get the down, and then literally the order gets revealed of the totem, and then it gets destroyed in like 10 to 20 seconds. So at best, you're probably only gonna get 1 down with it, for 1 per slot. You know, and that's if they don't destroy immediately as soon as it spawns in. You know, that's what I've been saying for a long time. Like most killer perks, even you can say like Deadlock. Oh, but Deadlock you get rewarded for doing nothing. True, but guess what? There's a counter to it, and that's what I've been saying. All these perks that the killer has that technically you don't have to earn, you can counter. Deadlock, you just 99 a gen in the corner of the map and just leave it for the last one, so the Deadlock keeps applying to that same gen every time, right? And then for, you know, fucking NOED, cleanse all the totems if you have time. If you don't, okay, someone goes down to it, and then you can just cleanse it anyway. You know, no way out. You can just wait in the corner of the map, just touch the gate, and just hide for the remainder of the duration. Corrupt intervention, same shit. Pain resonance, you know, just fucking like even pain resonance. You say, well, that doesn't have a counter. Well, technically it does, because you could just sabo a pain resonance, you know. And that's what I'm saying. Like every killer perk does have counters, but when you look on the flip side, is there a counter to DS? No, not really. Unless you're a dumbass that says, well, just don't tunnel, bro. You're good, you know. But even that's not true, because even when you're not tunneling sometimes, dude, like you can down a survivor, hook them up, go fucking find someone else, right? Hook them up too. And then you find that same guy and you can still get DS if you down him quick enough. Like I keep saying, anti-skill. Like that's just genuinely what it is. It's crazy. You know what I mean? But that's just one aspect. It's like perk design, terrible perk design, you know, lazy fucking game modes. Guys that never want to listen to the community for feedback because they're retarded and they don't give a fuck. Genuinely. Like, how many videos do you guys think it would take? Like, you would think that by now they would listen. No. Thousands of videos on pallet density. Fucking thousands of videos on this anti-tunneling bullshit. On these new PTBs. And what do? Just look at my thumbnail and you'll get your answer. They just fucking put their fucking hands over the ears. And they're just like, what's that? Oh, whoa, what's that? Oh, sorry, we don't hear you, man. Sorry, we're deaf. Sorry, man. I went over that already. This has nothing to do with being a top 1% player. I literally just said this. You know, people say that this is for new players. But again, dude, Behavior doesn't care about new players either. Trust me, they don't. And there's a great example of this. Like, let's just go over this real quick. If we're going to talk about new players real fast, that suck or whatever, right? They're just starting off. Let me just show you guys something. Say you're a new player and you just start playing the game. You have level 1 everything. You have no perks. So you're like, okay, you know what? How do I get perks? Let me see. Oh, yeah, let me go to the Shrine of Secrets. How do you get there again? Let's see. I haven't even seen it in a while. Shrine of Secrets. Where do you even fucking find it? I genuinely don't even know where it is anymore, bro. Should be right. Okay, so you go over here and you're just like, oh, okay, well, there's only 4 perks available. And how many perks are in this game? Say you're a new player, you want to get a specific perk in the game. And you go here like, oh, there's only 4. So you wait every week and week and week and week, and you wait, and there's never the perk you want. So you're like, okay, you know, I'm just going to go buy them. And then you go to the store and you realize, okay, let me just go. Let me check my perks here. Say you're a survivor player. Okay, oh, what's that? Is there 50 survivors in the game? Okay, I guess I have to buy them all. How much money is that? Let's go take a look on Steam. There's bundles on Steam, right? Let's take a look here. If you want to buy every single survivor, man, okay, you know, let's just do the Orexcel route. Let's just say each survivor you have to pay 500 Orexcels, because realistically, new players are not going to have iridescent shards, right? I'll just keep it real, right? If you want to buy every fucking survivor, let's just start with the ones you have unlocked. They're just the basic ones here. Nia's unlocked too, I think. Bill, I think, is good. I'll start from lower down. 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. Or I think maybe the newer survivors now are a little bit cheaper. I'm not sure, though. They might be. Are they 250 now? I can't remember. They might be two. You know, let's just say 250 for now, okay? Let's just be fair. Let's just be nice, I guess, about it. But no, okay, the licensed ones, I think, are 500, though. So let's just go 500 for licensed, 250 for non. Okay? Just to keep it fair. So 500, 750, 1,000, 1,250. That's 1,750. 2,250, okay? 2,500. 2,750, 3,000. 3,250, 3,500. Or, sorry, no. That'll be 3,750. I mean, these two, that's another 1,000, so 4,750, 5,000 there, 5,250. I'll just add this all the way up. Yeah, generally, and this is being conservative because I gave 250 to some survivors, might be more, I don't know. But 16,000 Orexcels just for all the survivors, dude. Right? So you go over to Orexcels now, right? Let's go. 16,000. And you'd have to buy the highest fucking tier here. Plus, you'd have to buy, like, let's say this one here, this second one here, just for the survivor perks, bro. And that's not to mention the fact that you have to prestige them all, too, to get the perks on each survivor you want, too, right? That doesn't even account for that either, right? So it's, again, it's not just, oh, bro, well, to be fair, this is just catering to new survivors and worse players, right? Bro, they're not catering to anyone, man. Even new players who just start playing the game, they have to spend hundreds of dollars just to buy all the fucking shit. And this is the thing, I keep saying this. Let's just say, okay, or maybe they're just catering to bad players, quote unquote, right? Or solo queue players. But the thing is with that is they're not catering to solo queue players either, because by indirectly nerfing killer to the ground, right? By power density, fucking anti-tunnel, anti-slug, all this bullshit, fucks killers. Guess what happens? I said this earlier. All you see is S-tier killers. And what happens with S-tier killers every match? What happens when you see that every single game? Guess what? Newsflash. These bad players have an even worse time because they're getting absolutely fucked by all the strongest killers. Because now nobody wants to play the weaker killers anymore, because what's the point? Because you're going to get fucked by power density and all this other bullshit now. There's no point. That's it. So it's like, realistically, man, this game genuinely doesn't cater to no one. It doesn't care about high-tier players. It doesn't care about low-tier players just start playing the game. It doesn't even care about bad players necessarily, because even they're going to have a worse time too. Because the developers keep hand-holding these terrible players, but all it's actually doing, man, is just making the game worse for everyone. And the only ones that actually benefit are the fucking 4-stack Swifts. That's it. The 4-stack Swifts and the people who only play S-tier killers. That's it. That's genuinely what it is. So it's like I said, you know, you go over back to these videos, you know, people keep talking about, oh my God, these, you know, let's even click on this, so fuck it, because just to keep it fucking quick here. I haven't even checked these PTB patch notes, bro, because generally speaking, I don't care. But let's take a look at them for a second. Do you guys think that they learned a lesson? Of course not. Let's take a look. Where's the patch notes here? Is he ever put in this video? No, it's just his own fucking list. See, this is what I'm saying. This is a perfect example, though, bro. Like, Otz himself, he always makes these fucking videos. What can behavior improve? What can they do? What can they do, guys? How can they make this better? And guys, do you guys think that the developers ever listen? Did they ever listen? Think about it. Just take a quick think about it, right? Do the devs actually ever listen to suggestions? If you said no, oh, you're correct. They don't ever listen to suggestions or player feedback, really. All they look at, bro, is, oh. Let me see if I can fucking find it. Let's see. See if there's like a fucking meme or something. This is pretty much them. Just look at their stats. Like, okay, guys, you see this? Over here right now, this is the rate of our the kill rate here, guys. You see this this line down here? Oh, this is not good. This is the rate at which survivors are escaping. Okay, we gotta do something about this. Oh, fuck our statistics, guys. We got changes, guys. We got changes. You see this? The kill rate is going up. You see this red line? The fucking escape rate is going down. Okay, what do we do about this, guys? Oh, anti-tunnel, anti-slug. We're gonna do anti-everything. We're gonna add 6,000 crutches. Perfect. That's all they genuinely do, bro. Like, literally. That's all they care about is their fucking graphs and fucking bullshit. I mean, it's true. You can tell, you know, even if the devs say, like, they try to refute that a couple of times, oh, we don't just balance off of data, and that's bullshit. Because if they genuinely didn't, they would have nerfed the fucking nurse a long time ago. They would have nerfed the blight to the ground a long time ago. And every S-tier killer that is easy as fucking hell and strong as hell. But because the kill rates don't support the data, you know, if the data doesn't support how strong they are, they don't care. You know? That's all they care about. They look at their data like, wait, our data suggests that killers are tunneling a lot. And it's like, all they're looking at is the data, not, okay, what's the cause of this though? You know what I mean? Like, why is this happening so much? Could it possibly be our pallet density update that we just introduced not too long ago? Let's see. I wonder. No, it can't be that. No. It's got to be something else. It just must be the evil killers that want to win. The evil killer players, guys. Remember that fucking stream where they're like, the evil skull merchant slugging? Yes. No, but it's all I'm saying, man. To close this all off, because I'm not going to fucking stream that much more here. But to close this all off, at the end of the day, people, like, especially killer players, man, people think that, oh, well, we have agency in how we can play, and, you know, strategies exist and all this. But let me tell you something right now, man. The developers are trying their hardest to make sure that there is no more strategy in the game. The only strategy that you can employ is the strategy that they want you to use. So that's exactly why they're trying to gut every single play style to the ground. Because they want you to play for 12 hooks, and if you don't want to play for 12 hooks, go fuck yourself. Pretty much. That's it. Like, every play style is gutted to the ground. Especially if they add in all these stupid ass fucking changes too. which they will eventually, I'm telling you. But that's besides the point, man. I'm going to leave it off there. I think I've said pretty much everything I want to say. You know, and again, don't ask me if I'm going to play this game, because I will not. I'm taking a break from it. I just want to talk about it because, again, there's so many people with so much hope, bro. Like, people keep talking, oh, I'm disappointed. Like, oh, how can we change this? And it's like, bro, like, people be, like, look, people be making 2-hour-long videos making suggestions and stuff. It's like, bro, nobody, like, the devs are never going to look at this. I hate to break it to you, bro. They're never going to look at it. They don't give a fuck. You know, it's crazy how people keep putting so much effort into, like, these videos. Like, how can we change the game to make it better? Bro, I'll let you know a secret. The devs don't give a fuck. They don't care. I know it's such a surprise, but they don't care. They'll never look at your videos. They don't care about feedback. They don't care about nothing. Because again, if they care about feedback, they would have never tried. They wouldn't have tried to reintroduce these stupid ass changes into another PTB right after the last one. That's it. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just all there is to it. It's just so cringe how people genuinely keep, like, making these videos. Like, bro, no one cares. No one cares, bro. I know it sucks, but nobody cares that behavior. All they're concerned about is our skins, guys. Yes. What kind of skin can we make next? Or fucking identity politics, this LGBT weirdo shit. You know, that's all they care about, really, man. Genuinely. Like, they can't even get their fucking live streams down either. Even, like, again, I know I said this earlier, that Walking Dead guest live stream, dude. They couldn't even get that right. They gave, like, fucking the Chandler fucking Walmart mic that was $5. Muted him for half the stream. Couldn't even get a custom game going because they're retarded. Don't even know how their own game works. Like, you know what I mean? They just don't care. That's it. And the sooner you guys, like, realize and accept it, man, the better. Because at the end of the day, man, the only way this game is going is down. And I've been saying this since, like, last year now. You know? It just got egregious. And that's it. But either way, man, I'm going to leave it off here. You know, if you're watching this after the stream's over, share your thoughts in the comments, I guess. But other than that, man, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little rant. Because honestly, it was a little bit overdue. It was kind of a little bit all over the place. But at the end of the day, yeah, I could have made a video about it and been maybe a little bit more thorough and, you know, blah, 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 whatever. Sure. But I'm not going to be like these guys who keep making videos because, again, they don't care, bro. They don't fucking care. I just want to make this video for you guys because genuinely, dude, you got to get off the hopium and realize this game is not going up. It's going down. Straight into the dump. You know? There's no hope for this game anymore. I'm telling you. And that's, I'm saying, you know, I used to really like this game, man. Like, but ever since, like, fucking, I would say, give or take, like, April of last year, man, I haven't been feeling this game whatsoever. Because I'm telling you, I've been realizing this, like, this game's just on a steady path to destruction. That's why the saying is, genuinely, the only people who can destroy Dead by Daylight are the devs themselves. That's it. They're the only ones that can fucking put this game into the ground. It's crazy, but true. And again, to end it off, like I said, this game has no competition, so the devs don't care. They will not try to make the game better. They'll just do whatever the fuck they want. You know? That's why, like I said, you look at business all of it, man. Just research, just like I said, monopoly. A company who has a monopoly on a product will always do shit like this because they have no competition. Competition breeds excellence. There's no competition. They don't give a fuck. They'll never fucking put any effort into shit. They just do the bare minimum to make players, the low spectrum of the players happy. Put in some new brain-dead shit skins that people will buy. You know, put some low-effort game modes that they keep putting back into the game with minimal changes over and over. And people think that's good. Or hell, even like the fucking events. You know, like the Christmas event or the fucking Halloween event. It's always the same shit. They never really add too much to it. You know? They just keep recycling the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over. That's it. I don't know how many more times they can recycle it before people start to finally catch on, but maybe one day, man. Maybe in like 10 years or so. Who knows? If this game's there for long enough. But I don't know, man. I generally don't think this game has 5 years left. I think this game is going to be done very soon. And I hope it does. I genuinely hope so, man. But yeah, I don't know. But dude, again, I have 10K hours, but that was only because the game back then used to be a lot more fun. You know? That's why I put so much time into the game a long time ago, because the game was genuinely, it had more, what's the word for it? It had more personality. It had more fucking soul, I guess you could say, aura, as some people say. It was more interesting back then. The game was more, I would say it was generally more balanced, you know? Like, yeah, there was some bullshit, but there was more counters to everything. Back then, DS had counters, like Enduring. You know, you could tunnel a lot more freely because there wasn't base kit bullshit everywhere. You could camp a lot more freely because there wasn't a lot of protections like there is now. Like, you could do generally whatever the fuck you wanted and you weren't fucking punished for it. That's why the game was a lot more fun back then, because there actually was strategy. It wasn't just hand-holding to the highest level now, like it is now. I'm telling you. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to leave off here, because I've been saying this already like 3 or 4 times. I'm going to get out of here before I keep going on another rant. But yeah, have a go for that, man. Peace out.